So LeBron James' lying disease, his lying ways rubs off on former NBA player JJ Reddick. JJ Reddick has been infected with a disease from LeBron James. Now, this disease, it won't make you vomit. It won't make you nauseous. It won't make your stomach hurt. It won't make you boo-boo. However, this disease, it does transform you into a pathological liar. You need to see a doctor to cure your lying habits. LeBron James, one of the greatest liars of our time. LeBron James literally has an entire compilation video that resides in the YouTube realm, in the YouTube universe. Has an entire compilation video of him lying. What does LeBron James do best? Clearly not basketball. It's lie. It's lie. It's lie. LeBron James be lying more than that team in Detroit. There used to be a saying, liar, liar, pants on fire. But I would more so like to say, liar, liar, LeBron James claims to not have a steroid supplier. But JJ Pathetic, who was just recently hired as the Lakers head coach, does his first introduction press conference as the Lakers' new head coach. And this guy decides to lie. Like, we're all stupid. I mean, like, what else was JJ Reddick going to say? I mean, he's like a politician. He's learned from LeBron James. But JJ Reddick states him and LeBron James never had a conversation about him becoming the Lakers head coach. Now, I may have been born at night, but I wasn't born last night. Well, JJ Reddick, may I ask, who did you speak with then? If you didn't speak with LeBron James, then who did you speak with? Maybe you spoke directly with Adam Silver, and Adam Silver relayed the message to Rich Paul, and Rich Paul relayed the message to LeBron James. Only the misguided and the dumb bronzesexuals, the LBJTQ, are dumb enough to believe everything that LeBron James supports. I literally seen idiots, LeBron James fans in the comment section going to say, of course there are people who are going to think that JJ Reddick capping. What reason would JJ Reddick have to lie? People think that he's lying about not talking to LeBron James. Like, make it make sense. These two literally have a podcast together where JJ Reddick is practically a bobblehead, a yes man, saying yes to all of the so-called basketball knowledge that LeBron James has. The Mind of LeBron James podcast. They're literally just sitting up there talking about LeBron James the entire time. It was no reason for a podcast. They could have just kept the podcast. Like JJ Reddick, come on. Be serious. You know that any of us who was born with common sense can see clear as day that LeBron James got you the job. No different than he got all the rest of his basketball buddies jobs at ESPN. He clearly hired you himself. He didn't even go through Rob Pelinka. He didn't go through Jeannie Buss or anyone for that matter in the Laker organization. The podcast was nothing more than a campaign for you to be hired. And now that you're hired, the Lakers are going to have the worst record that they've ever had in NBA history. I cannot wait for this mission to fail. And I don't even have to pray and hope because I know that it won't work. But we know that LeBron James hired you himself. Him and Rich Paul are running the Laker organization. And that's why LeBron James wanted Kobe Bryant to be sacrificed, allegedly. He knew that he had to remove Kobe Bryant out the way so that he would be able to make the Laker decisions. He knew that Kobe stood in the way. Soon as LeBron James steps foot in Los Angeles, mysteriously, Kobe Bryant passes away. What a coincidence. Now, all of a sudden, LeBron James is calling the shots. He's getting the most all-stars with his tenure with the Lakers than any other team that he's played for. I do not like LeBron James' guts. And JJ Reddick gonna have the nerve to sit up there and lie. I can't wait for this ship to go down. Jeannie Buss, you sold your soul to the Grim Reaper. Your dad is looking down, ashamed of you. How could you even look in the mirror at night and in the morning? You disrespected the Laker fan base. You lost all respect. And the only reason that LeBron James hasn't hired Rich Paul as the general manager, because they know publicly they would get a ton of backlash and scrutiny. So LeBron James loves to pull strings, but hide his hands. That's how he uses his power. So they know that Rob Pelinka is weak. Rob Pelinka is just the face of being a general manager. But behind the scenes, LeBron James is working hand in hand. He's in cahoots with the RBA, pulling strings to make moves such as hiring JJ Reddick. He's took over the Lakers and now they're about to draft his son, LeBron James Jr. You mean to tell me a guy with no coaching experience is able to jump the line? I've never met a person more stupider than LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers front office and their decision making. I mean, how can you rationalize this? Here you have JJ Reddick, who was a 3-point specialist, but instead of hiring him to be a shooting mechanics coach, instead of hiring him in the shooting department, you make him the head coach. JJ Reddick will be the first coach in RBA history to go 0-81. And see, these were LeBron James' intentions when he was under the helm of Pat Riley when he played for the Miami Heat. See, he wanted to control the team. He wanted to dictate terms. He wanted to fire Eric Spoelstra, but Pat Riley wasn't going for it. No different than he did with Luke Walton, Frank Vogel, Darwin Ham, and now JJ Pathetic. But let me tell you something, JJ, regret it. You're nothing more than LeBron James' vocal piece. Just as quick as you were hired will be as quick as you will be fired.